So my love of racing probably started when I was in my late teens. I love sport and I love animals, so it wasn't actually through anyone in my family. Probably about 10 years later, me and my mates had a punters club. From there, obviously, it's just sort of evolved into having shares in a number of horses, and now actually looking at getting into the breeding part of things as well. Now you're an owner, you sort of appreciate everything else that goes on and enjoy it, so you never really know until it hits the track, so getting those initial updates is always pretty exciting. Obviously through that it's the jump outs, the trials, when they're nominated for a race, like the whole lead up to actually the race is just as exciting. It's funny, our standout day probably isn't the day our horse actually won a race. Our first horse that we bought into was a Savabeel. We woke up in the morning and there was a scratching, good old Honorius I think it was, pulled out, and so we're away to a Group 2 race on Golden Slipper Day. He was 100 to 1 to win and he was $26 to place. He got home third, so he didn't win the race, but he got home third. But Channel 7 were filming because it was a Golden Slipper Day, and they always have the camera on the owners section. And as they were showing a replay of the race, they zoomed in on all of us because they thought we were the owners of the winning horse. It just goes to show you don't actually have to win a race to have a bit of fun. I'd say that emotion you can't really, for me anyway, you can't replace as sort of, it's a different feeling to having a punt and a horse that's winning and you still get excited, but that actually ownership of the horse and it coming home is second to none.